Hey guys, it's Jensen, and today I'm going to be doing a reading update. It's been a little bit since I've posted one of these videos, and so I just wanted to quickly fill you in on the books that I've been reading over the past few weeks. I've read and completed 2 books, and I'm currently reading 2 other books, so let's talk about them. So first I wanted to talk about Salvation Station by Catherine Schleich. I finally finished this one. I'm going to give it, I think, 4 out of 5 stars. And in full disclosure, I did receive a copy of this book in exchange for an honest review. I really enjoyed this one. It was very thrilling and gripping and suspenseful. Very well written, very well paced. And I just like a good thriller. This isn't your typical thriller in the sense that you're trying to figure out who done it. You already know basically from the beginning who done it. And you're waiting for the rest of the characters to catch up, and meanwhile you're watching the villain, the bad guy, or whatever you want to call it, the antagonist, hatching their next plot and hoping that the other characters catch up in time. It's a great ride, and it's different, but it's still just as gripping and still makes your heart pound, even though you already know who the bad guy is. What this is about is it starts out with a family that has been murdered, a father and his 2 children, and the wife has disappeared. And it follows the lead detective who's trying to figure out what happened here and trying to solve the crime. And it also follows this televangelist who is on the brink of ruin. He's going to have to cancel his show, and he's trying to reach people, and then someone comes into his life who helps him build up his show, and all these stories sort of intertwine. Things become suspicious, and again, you know basically from the get-go who committed the murder and who not to trust, but it's still fun. And I don't want to spoil anything, that's why I'm trying to step around this, but I really enjoyed this. I'm really glad I read it. Interesting themes about religion and manipulation, and yeah, I really liked it. Next, I finished The New Jim Crow by Michelle Alexander. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I did enjoy reading it, but it is not an easy read to get through. And I've mentioned this when I talked about it before, but it does read like reading someone's dissertation or thesis. It does get bogged down in some of the language and the research. It's not the most compelling thing to read, and I guess not the most readable, like you're not compulsively wanting to pick it up, but it is, I will say, one of the most important books I've ever read. It is very eye-opening. The things she talks about will infuriate you. So if you're looking to want to educate yourself about mass incarceration and what's really going on, I recommend this. This was written in 2012. I think it was published in 2012, so I'm not sure how the facts hold up, if they're worse or better, the statistics she includes, or if they're the same. I'm not sure, but I think this is still very relevant. A lot of what she talks about, I think, reflects with what's going on today. So yeah, really interesting, informative read, and yeah, if you want to learn about mass incarceration, highly recommend. It was really good. Next, let's talk about what I'm still reading. I am currently on the second book in the Mother-Daughter Book Club series, Much Ado About Anne. This is where they read Anne of Green Gables and how it helps them deal with school bullies and family tragedies and other things. I love these books. They're just really sweet. The friendships are really strong. The characters, you just love them. So it's just a sweet, delightful read. Very similar to the first one, in that the things that they learn from the book they learn how to apply it to their own lives, which I really like. So, yeah, really cute, really sweet, just about girls growing up and reading great books and dealing with life. Love it. And then I'm also still currently reading, I'm almost done. I'm 144 pages in, so a little over halfway. I think I'll finish this real soon. Save Me the Plums by Ruth Rachel. I mentioned this before, so this is her memoir about being the editor of Gourmet Magazine. She was the last editor of Gourmet Magazine. And I read her previous memoir, Garlic and Sapphires, and I will say that I think I like Garlic and Sapphires better. And I think that might just be because there's more food writing, and the things she goes through are a little bit more interesting because she's putting on various disguises and talks about how people reacted to her based on what disguise she was wearing, and it was a lot more interesting, I think, than this is. But it's still interesting to read about her navigating becoming an editor of this big magazine and the people she met and the things she went through. She's still very relatable and funny, and it's still well written, and there's still lots of food writing that just is very comforting. But I do think that I liked Garlic and Sapphires a bit more, which is a shame, but I'm still enjoying this one, and I guess we'll see how I feel about it after I have finished it. So I read 2 books, currently reading these 2 books. Thank you so much for watching this video. I post videos every Wednesday and Sunday, and I'll see you next time. Bye.